To finance the 2022-2023 budget, Parliament approved the external borrowing of shillings 2.5 trillion. Currently, government is seeking an urgent Parliament approval of 1.7 trillion shillings loan to finance the country's development and infrastructure budget for the current financial year.
The loan request before this committee is the request to borrow up to euros 455.03 million, an equivalent of United States dollars 464.13 from Standard Chartered Bank, who is arranging financing from other financial institutions to finance the development and infrastructure budget for financial year 2022-2023.
However, lawmakers on the Parliament's Committee on National Economy tasked the State Minister for Finance in charge of general duties, Henry Musasizi, to give a distinctive accountability of the loan request, and the minister failed to do so.
Parliament needs to satisfy itself that all due processes have been followed and all authorizations have been got. I have mentioned that Cabinet chaired by the President sat and considered this loan request and authorized me to come to Parliament to seek for approval.
Mind you, we are doing this on behalf of all Ugandans. If we borrow wrongly, we are affecting our children and grandchildren. So we are here representing the entire country.
Was referred to the committee. It did not pass through the House. It was referred to the committee through the Business Committee, not through the main House, Parliament, to this House. Number one. Number two, this loan was discussed here on Monday, and then it was brought to Parliament on Tuesday, working on reverse order.
What are the development projects that are going to be funded with this particular loan?
Musasizi tabled the request before the committee on October 31st. However, MPs on the committee were not satisfied by his explanation on expenditure and accountability. The loan request, if approved, Standard Chartered Bank will be the agent for Standard Chartered Bank United Kingdom, which emerged as the best bidder, and the Kuwait Fund.
I bid this Parliament with the request to be approved in a matter of days of 1.7 trillion. But they've just spent 1.7 trillion in a supplementary Schedule 1. You go through some of the items, then you know the crisis this country is in and why we need to act boldly and decisively at the institution of Parliament. Because at the end of the day, we are the only firewall between the Bank of Uganda and a government that is stepping out of hand in terms of accumulating our national debt.
Out of the 48.1 trillion shillings budget for this financial year 2022-2023, the government only released 10.25 trillion in the first quarter and 7.3 trillion in the second quarter. Sarah Nakandi, CTV PM Edition.